you guys are going into the church. We'll go back to Ezekiel Carter, who is fumbling with keys at the door of Dr. Vickers.
Damn and blast! Pick those up. Oh, my wounds.
Bursts out, kidney drops out of you.
Alright. But, I'm gonna go through the keys, try each one, see if one of these blasted things will...
Okay, I think I'm going to call for another luck roll.
Okay.
Because the nurse is making rounds.
Just nail it again.
34, that'll do it.
Okay,
I'm
so
a
you
lucky boy.
find the key without the nurse discovering
sort
what
of
you're doing.
Slip in as she rounds the corner.
Yeah. And then the door closes and she looks up like she might have heard something, but then carries on.
Then the door opens a bit. Ezekiel checks her out and the door closes again.
Please.
He's a married man, Chris.
I'm not a monster. But,
So you are back in Dr. Carter's office.
yes, and I was going to have a snoop with these letters, the things underneath the clipboard.
Okay, he did take his clipboard with him.
He took the clipboard, but not the
papers on his
papers
desk.
underneath. So yes, I'm going to take a look at those.
So you rifle through, and the one in your pocket as well?
Yes.
So the one in your pocket was the one on top. And it is a letter. Which...
Might also just grab that scotch.
Take a look at the photos as well.
That's a good point. Thank you. That's
And the scotch, obviously, but like maybe the photos too. That might be a clue.
priorities, I guess.
Scotch could be a clue. Okay?
Scotch could be a clue.
We don't know it isn't.
Okay, so the top letter, the one that you successfully put into your pocket.
It's a cat. It's not me.
Yeah, right. I thought you were stroking my leg for a second there, but it's a cat.
Slip it into the gown.
So it is a letter on parchment, very fancy parchment with a letterhead, and the letterhead reads CSUA with a snake entwined
Yes.
through
CS,
Cthulhu.
right. The letterhead. This is.
Yes, this is the letterhead. And so you scan the letter, and it is written to Dr. Vickers. It is, and they say, we have sent you the requested item by express. Please expect it in by special delivery tomorrow. Please take care, as it is the only known copy in the continental U.S. Yours truly, Rhoda Valentine.
Rhoda Valentine.
Is it dated?
It is dated.
Sorry, I shouldn't be asking that. But...
Is it dated?
What was that? It is dated 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
The letter. So you're continuing to rifle. That was the top one. There are more letters underneath. They all have the same letterhead. This stack is of letters from the same origin.
Is that would I recognise this initialism? Something University of Arkham?
Give me a no roll.
I will give you a no roll.
See if it's
but
general
it'll come
knowledge
up.
you've picked up on.
Yes. It did. That's a hard success.
Hard success. So you know.
Rolling so well.
I really have.
Last week you did roll like trash, though. So.
Yeah, I got shot.
This is the Kumhaltos for scientific advancement, understanding and advancement. I can.
The Kumhaltos.
Kumhaltos.
The
Which
Kumhaltos.
is the gender-neutral term for brotherhood.
Ah. Probably not spelled like
This
that.
magical version of 1920s.
No, what you've written is "come hold toss."
That's what I heard.
C-O-M.
Not C-U-N.
C-O-M-H-A-L-T-A-S. The Kumhaltos for scientific understanding and advancement. And looking around, you see there is a framed certificate on his wall that is membership in CSUA, dated shortly after his graduation from university. Next to it, there's a graduated from Northeastern University certificate, and yeah.
So I think I'll rifle through a little bit, but are there any of these strange writings that the nurse spoke of?
Like handwritten notes. You find...
Richard.
Didn't tell you.
this.
CSUA.
It's the letterhead again.
Yep, I got that. But, it's in some crazy language.
Ah.
Refer to vitam q, nesem q. Attach ad animam. Bilanx 2-scaled, balanced geminus. Twofold, double life equals vita. Death equals mortem. Rufu hupenio. It isn't Latin. How do I kill? Death itself. Is this last bit written in a different handwriting?
It's written in a more frenzied.
Right.
So it looks to be the same handwriting throughout, whereas the notes up top are more measured. The one at the bottom looks like scribbled in an outburst of emotion.
I see. So you may be trying to overcome this limitation. Choosing between life and death.
Is beyond monologuing in this guy's office.
Yeah.
People are walking past his
Go
door.
do it with a bottle of scotch.
So you're fishing the bottle of scotch.
I am going to take a look at the photos at the same time.
Okay, so there are two. Let me just make sure. There are two framed photos. So they are spotty grayscale, older, and the first one, the one on top, appears to be a younger.
Cat.
A younger cat.
A younger cat.
Sorry, I have a lot of names written here and I got them confused. The top one
Are they all
shows
Vincent?
a younger, what you think is a younger Caleb Vickers, sitting on a sofa next to someone who looks exactly like him.
I see.
Can never trust twins.
Make me another no roll.
I'm going back to my two.
That's a
guesses
fail
theory.
on that one.
Okay.
What do you think? He's like the healer one, and his twin is like the killy one.
And the photograph underneath, so there are two framed photos. The one underneath that shows a middle-aged woman with the same younger Caleb Vickers sitting next to her. And on the other side of Caleb is a middle-aged man with a mustache.
Interesting. Are there any identifiers of who these people might be?
Nothing written on them. You sort of flip the photograph over, maybe you take the back
full
off.
up.
There's nothing sort of written on it
Okay.
there. Make me a luck roll.
So I'm also wondering whether there's any identifiers.
Or sorry, spot hidden. I'll let you know again.
I rolled a 97. It doesn't matter what I'm
Crit fail. We
trying
have
to do.
no idea what these pictures are.
But, scotch.
You find the scotch.
Marvelous. That one's gonna get sort of wrapped up in the hospital gown.
The scotch.
The scotch, yes.
Okay.
But,
I think
it has been 3
you're looking
weeks.
for a murder,
3 weeks.
a ghost who murders people, and you've trying to steal his whiskey.
It's 3 weeks.
He's
I
gonna
have
know
been
it's
dry.
you. You've just
Yes. Well, that may be, but
cool. No, it is what your character.
It is what it is.
Are you stealing the photos or are you leaving the photos?
I'm leaving the photos, but sort of I'm taking a note of them, I guess. What else might I find? I think I may have overstayed my welcome.
Okay.
Well, I did that when I entered the room, but I think I am going to, before anything worse happens, I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to listen at the door for any
Make me a listen roll.
stiletto heels making their way down the hall.
This is where stilettos.
Probably not.
I think
I have
Nurse Ratchet
failed.
wore quite high
failed that
shoes.
listening roll.
You failed the listening roll. Everything seems quiet out there.
Very well. I shall trust my ears. They're fantastic ears. One of the most beautiful ears in the country. And I will open the door slowly.
Two
if you ask me.
of 4 of the most
Two of
beautiful
4
ears.
of the most beautiful ears. And I shall open the door carefully.
Okay, I'll say that the nurse isn't there. I'll be nice.
That's very kind of you. I shall
And where are you
exit.
headed next?
I shall lock the door behind me.
Okay.
And then scamper as quickly as a wounded man can
That is a
back
big
to my
job, isn't
bed.
it? It's got to be slippery.
And they're no
It's
longer
slippery.
recently mopped.
That's
They can't stay
You're
slippery
in the job is
forever.
for that long.
That's true. It is up to you
Digital
whether I might fall and die, break my hip.
Okay. And then
I think I'm okay. Thank you.
we go back over to you two,
It was more for me
who
than
are
you.
fetching a silver crucifix from your church.
Yeah, I think I pick up a couple, and I'm just like, this one's not big enough.
I'm
And
imagining
then,
you've
this
got a
one's
big
too
like wooden box, and you open the lid, a trunk,
Yeah.
and there's like thousands of crucifixes.
Well, not many
in there.
people know this, but that priests have a variety of kind of break in case of emergency boxes.
Okay.
Some contain wooden stakes and garlic.
Others holy water.
Others holy water. Yeah,
The smallest one is a fortune cookie with just a Bible passage on it.
yeah. It's a real big fortune cookie. No, so I think I'm gonna go for like a silver crucifix about this big, very weighty, a good kind of dominating, hold and shout crucifix. You know, your standard hold and shout crucifix, not your
Yeah.
wave around crucifix or your round the neck crucifix. They come in a lot of different flavors, and I think I'll also grab one of those quite big candles.
A votive candle.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
What's your church like? Is it like well kept or like?
it's spooky as fuck. Like it's real spooky. And I
So,
don't clean it. Like
his
it's
church-
dusty
I
and
imagine his
cobwebs,
church is-
haunted.
Taller than it is wide.
You're actively trying to dissuade people from coming.
Yeah. yeah. It's
So
it's like
up front-
freaky tall.
Up front, there's like
Wooden.
the place where people go to light candles, prayers for the dead or loved ones who they hope for, and that's like the only light in the church.
But
And
it's
then
all wooden.
there's stained glass over, but it's not letting
Yeah.
much light through.
But the wood has warped slowly over years, and now the church has these massive gaps in the wall, which just like peel open. You can see the full moon.
Over tens of years.
Tens of years. Yeah.
And I imagine there's like a balcony that goes around the front half of the church and round the side, and if you went up there, it'd be full of cobwebs.
And you just sleep on the altar.
I don't sleep on the altar. There's a back room
Oh, okay.
with
Not the
an altar.
The wind blows
Damn, the wood is really windy.
Totally different altar. also in the graveyard, there is the Whittaker boy who was buried with a haunted amulet.
That is true.
So
It's
basically,
getting worse and worse.
yeah, I'm contemplating a nightmare situation.
the Pleasant Waters Parish Church.
Yeah, the Pleasant Waters is noticeably ironic.
Is there any water nearby?
Yeah, there was a spring here, but it's run dry long ago.
Right. Back
the
to
first settlers here died when
Yeah.
it ran dry. Their preacher ate them. It's a very frontier history of the place, but people
So-
remember.
Back out to the cab, you've got crucifix. What did you grab? You grabbed this weighty silver
and a
crucifix.
big candle.
And a big
Make a
candle.
note of what you
And
put
presumably a Bible.
on
You
your
carry
I've still got the
Right.
Bible with me because I brought it to the hospital.
Yeah.
Make a
Never
note in
without
the
it.
Bible. Yeah.
Make a
No.
note on your sheet of the
Can't make
next-
notes in this.
Take
Gotta
You
get
can you can make notes in the Bible if you like.
Yes.
So
If you
where
want to
are
go
you
to hell.
going next after grabbing the
I
supplies?
think where should we go? Should we go back to our hospital? Like what sort of time is it?
It's lunchtime, right?
It's lunchtime.
Yes.
Okay. Because we want to be back for the evening because
Yeah.
otherwise he's going to die.
Yeah.
Probably.
He's
Or-
probably going to get bed murdered.
I'm getting healed. You
You
know?
are getting healed, but you did just steal whiskey from a doctor. And even if he's not the bad guy,
You might not even notice that
probably going to
for a
notice.
while.
He'll notice
Yeah.
when he checks you.
I'll have drunk it by then.
That's how he's going to notice. Should we go to the archive place or back to?
I think we could swing by the archive place and
It's
just
going to be on the way.
look for trends
Yeah.
in
Death trends.
death trends. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're going to go there.
So you're going to City Hall.
I kind of want to go back to the newspaper place
We're
as
going to
well.
go to the archives.
look up this guy during the war, like whatever war he was in.
That's not bad.
But we have
Whatever war he was in, yeah.
Say again.
He was also in the Great. That's probably why there was a gap in the things, because he went to the Great War.
Hmm.
And then now he's come back.
This has just occurred to Jonas at the same time as you said it.
Okay.
To yourself in your hospital.
We're twins. There's a
When one of you has an idea, the other one has an idea.
yeah.
Like you've also suddenly like halfway through rifling through someone's desk, you're like, I wonder if Samson's hair.
Is that a metaphor? Probably a metaphor, right? But what the fuck is it a metaphor for?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the archives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we'll maybe swing by the newspaper place, because now fuck it.
So you go to City Hall and
Yeah.
you're looking through death records.
Yeah.
The census. What are you looking for here? What are you hoping to achieve?
What was your idea? What were we looking for?
So this is the death records, right?
Yeah.
So we want basically the stuff that the cabbie's Richie's girlfriend was saying was the people in equal. And we already know that. We've been told that. I guess proving it, like, what does that do?
I don't know.
Can we quickly just rush over to the newspaper place?
You could. I will say if you're going to look through death and birth records, it's going to take hours.
Yeah.
This
it's
is
boring.
research.
And we kind of know already. That
Yeah. We think it's the doctor.
I think it's twin ghosts.
Twin ghosts.
I don't think it's twin ghosts.
We don't back to my two
we don't
ghost
know
theory.
that we don't know there are twins because we haven't.
No, that's
you
true.
don't, yeah.
Unless we looked at his birth records. Can I quickly look up his birth records just to make sure it's not triplets or
Yeah.
something?
You can look up Vickers.
Caleb Vickers.
Caleb Vickers. So
Yeah, he was born
because
like
you have a
1,000
name and you
years
have a
ago.
profession and it's local, it doesn't take very long. So you ask the receptionist.
When was he born?
Caleb Vickers, born 1856.
What day?
I mean, I don't have it written down.
That's
Let's
cool.
say May 31st.
May 31st. Okay.
Yeah, bold
March,
move
April,
choosing the
May.
31st.
31st.
Yeah.
Born second of twin brothers, Caleb and Jonathan Vickers.
Damn it. Alright.
So he is a twin.
Identical twins.
Okay, can I quickly go to the death records? Is the twin dead? Twin's the ghost.
So you're looking up Jonathan Vickers now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find a death record for Jonathan Vickers.
Bam!
He's the ghost.
1872.
There's not twin
Ooh.
ghosts. It's
18
a twin ghost.
1872.
72. So he was very young.
Probably during that war. The War of 1872. I've heard of it. Don't look at me like that. It's a real thing. Well, that yawn got really threatening. It's alright, I'm sorry, I'm backing down.
So make me luck. Give me a luck roll.
Both of us.
Both of you. And if either of you succeed, something happens.
No, that's 90.
94!
Oh wow.
Okay.
Good work, guys.
Oh no, in fact mine's 95.
Hey, look, we're not lucky people.
We are not lucky people. All of the rolls are going to Jack.
Yeah.
Win. Nothing. Yeah, cool.
It's fair.
I
Last
accept your
week you rolled
sacrifices.
Absolute trash.
It's true. and got shot. Cool. I guess at this point we'll be like,
So the receptionist has given you birth and death records for Caleb and Jonathan Vickers. Where to next?
I think we need to go back to the hospital.
Yeah, so what was the third place? So we had access to,
University?
yeah, the spooky university.
Spookiversity.
But is that a kind of place where you can just walk in and start looking at stuff?
During public hours, you can go to the library. You can ring ahead to try to get an appointment with a lecturer, or you can just kind of hope
Yeah.
they're available.
I tell you what, rather than this actually, I would like to pop back to the morgue. I want to use his phone again.
I mean, there are other forms.
The
There's not one in my
census,
church though.
We're not in your church. We're in
the city hall will have a phone.
Oh, okay, I'd like to use their phone.
Okay.
I would like to ring up.
You'll have to ring up the operator.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Hello,
Hello. Could you?
operator.
Hello. No, I say operator. Wait, no, I don't know how it works.
This is the operator.
Hello, this is Jonas Carter. I'm a priest. You can't tell because you
Father
can't see
Carter.
my
I
cassock.
so enjoyed your sermon last Sunday.
It was, yeah.
This is Phyllis Meads.
Oh,
I'm in your parish.
yeah. Hello.
I'd
I'd like you to put me through to Father Philip Jenkins. He's a priest friend of mine.
Which parish? Which city? Which?
Arkham.
Arkham.
Yes.
I like how we say Arkham.
Arkham.
So what was his What for me?
You'll have to play it back. I've forgotten what name I said.
Philip Jenkins, I guess.
Philip Jenkins.
Father Philip
Father
Jenkins.
Philip Jenkins. Not a father. He is a priest.
Okay.
He's just not a father.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so she does the pluggy thing.
Red Barn Parish.
Red Barn Parish.
A picture of Tom Waits has influenced that decision. So shit, look around. What could it be? Cat Parish? No, probably not Cat Parish.
And she puts you through.
Philip.
Hello.
I wanted to have a quick chat.
Hardcore roleplay this is.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
wanted to have a quick chat with you about ghosts.
Oh, yes.
I've been asked.
I totally thought he was just going to ask about Samson. It's like, if you ask about Samson, I'm flipping this table.
So what's the hair metaphor?
No. I wanted to know if you often get requests from your parish, or anything on ghost-related business. Basically, yeah. What's your experience in the local area with ghosts?
We get frequent requests for exorcisms in Arkham.
Yes.
They have to be verified by the Vatican before we can send anyone out to perform an exorcism.
Yes.
We need proof of haunting.
Yes. And what kind of and have you personally ever had to gather proof of haunting?
Would you like him to have or not?
Yeah, I'd like some advice. But if he doesn't, I guess I get to brag about the fact that I'm doing a real haunting.
So this is Arkham, and he's a priest in Arkham. Will say that he's done exorcisms before. I don't think that's an unusual ask, given Lovecraft.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll actually get real specific and be like, I believe that the ghost that I am currently investigating is the dead twin of a war doctor who is trading life for death on a 50-50 ratio basis.
That's very specific.
Yeah. And I was just wondering if you, and don't tell the others that I had to ask, but had any advice to give me before, I get killed by ghosts or something.
For exorcisms, it is generally best, they are most effective. Understand I'm not condoning an exorcism, but since you asked for advice, knowing the name of the deceased or entity is generally desirable, as it makes any performance more powerful.
Hang on a second. Leonard, did we write the name down / remember it?
Of the ghost?
The ghost's name?
Yeah, Jonathan Vickers.
Yeah. Anything else?
So he hears the name in the background. Did you say Jonathan Vickers?
No, it's a vicar called Jonathan. Go on. No, it was Jonathan Vickers. I realise you might be able to help me. I got suddenly very possessive about this exorcism. I didn't need to muscle in. But no, I've decided against that.
I love the tendency just to be an arse. Just overrules, so someone's just like, obviously going to help you.
No, I don't want any more clues, please.
No, you might.
Jonathan Vickers, that poor boy who died back in the... When was
78.
Yeah,
or 87.
72.
In the 70s. It was quite a big deal at the time, I think.
The 1970s.
Several articles written about it.
The
and
1870s.
the father... The father died shortly afterwards as well.
The father died also. What was the father's
Vickers
name?
family is...
What was the father's name?
Trenton.
Trenton Vickers. I don't know why I'm writing this down. I got my lawyer to do it. I'll, every time he gives me a name, I cover the mouthpiece and I just shout at Leonard to write something down. Leonard, write down Trenton Vickers. How did the father die?
A heart attack, if I'm remembering rightly.
Was it? I guess you. Was he? How was his grip?
There were several newspaper articles written about it.
Oh, quick! Let's go back to the newspaper place.
I mean, finish the conversation first. How did the son die?
How did the son die?
Oh, they found him. I don't remember the details. It was a while ago, but something about they were fishing and. Yes, he died quite young. The doctors weren't quite sure what had happened. Very mysterious circumstances. Interesting to hear that you're thinking about performing an exorcism in relation to this particular family name.
Oh, listen, I don't know if an exorcism is going to be necessary. But, you know, we'll see. Listen, Philip, I don't say this a lot, but you're a fucking great guy. You've really helped me out here. You've really come through for me in a very sudden moment of need. And I feel like we're really good friends. Normally people don't say that to each other, and I just feel like it's good to verbally acknowledge our friendship.
I feel like you're the hair to my Samson.
I don't say that.
Yeah, you guys share your general goodwill feelings towards each other.
I hang up.
And you hang up.
Mid feelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to real.
I've just been stood there. Like,
Leonard, I've got a lead. I've forgotten what it was.
He's also got a collar.
A newspaper article pertaining to the father's death. What's that shit? What was it? Trenton.
yeah,